So this is the governor of California, the great state of California, which he's destroyed the last 4 years under his reign. He's being asked, what happened for this $24 billion that you asked us taxpayers to fix homelessness? What happened to that money? Here's the exchange. Go ahead, Rob.
Doing enough to determine whether the money that's being plowed into homelessness is being well spent?
One of the vexing issues that was highlighted in the audit was local. And each city and county has different strategies and approaches. We've tried to level set that.
I'm sorry, Governor, I didn't hear responses to either of those questions. Do you acknowledge whether the money that the state isn't doing enough to ensure that the money is being well spent?
The audit did not surprise me. The state has advanced unprecedented investments, you're correct, and unprecedented interventions demanding more accountability with state money at the local level.
Yeah. What does that mean, buddy? Tom, what are your thoughts on Newsom and how he's being held accountable with the money and still doesn't give any answers?
Well, guess what? The questions that are being asked publicly of Gavin Newsom are the ones that are being asked privately by people that are leaking out all over the place about Kamala Harris. What you saw in the Kamala Harris campaign, you take a big stack of money, you give it to bureaucrats and politicians, and they spend it on micro programs and stuff. And there's consultants and there's skim all over that. We saw it in the Harris campaign. Take the billion in the Harris campaign that disappeared, multiply it by 20 over a couple of years. That's what's happening in California. There are consultants in that was lost. There are individual cities that each did things their own way, which was wasteful. You know, the whole point of a state government is to say, we're going to do it this way in every city, and you get some efficiencies like that. If you run a business like that, Pat, you ran an incredibly successful, great nationwide insurance, you know, with one playbook for sales, you had everybody marching together doing it. That's not how it works. You could have a Republican city in Orange County, they get money. You could have a Democrat city in Santa Barbara, they get money, and then they do it themselves. And then they pay their own consultants. And it's waste and it's grab and it's a lack of leadership. And that's what he doesn't want to own up to. Oh, the audit didn't surprise me. You're in charge, dude. You're the governor. You're the one that can put down these guardrails. When there are wildfires in California, Pat, the way it works, the governor declares national disaster area and you have full coordinated efforts. Why? Because there's nothing to hide behind. The flames don't wait. You have to coordinate, you have to show leadership, and you have to get the fire out. But when you're doing this thing on homeless, well, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. Newsom has presided over something that is 20 times more loss than the Kamala Harris campaign. And what's the difference? Not much.
Vinny.
Well, Pat, as you know, I was in California recently for work for a Manek thing. And just see, first of all, it doesn't surprise me at all. And I don't know if it was just my computer, but this is coming from somebody that's always red and tan. Did he look overly red and like, I thought he was like in a satanic costume, Halloween, something. I don't know. His face was, he was playing the part very well. But I was just in LA, Pat, and I mean, the homeless situation, just driving around, I was like, oh my God. And mind you, I've been here in Florida for 3 years. It's gotten insane. And it's like, at what point are the people going to say enough is enough and stop putting these type of people in power? Because at the end of the day, Pat, I don't feel bad for you. If you keep voting for these people because, hey, I'm a Democrat and I just, I have to go Democrat, it's on you guys as well. Because people, we keep hearing the thing, Tom, just taxpayer money. No, say what it is. It's your money. California. It's your money. And where's it going? Nothing is getting done. The streets are horrible. Homelessness is out of control. Crime is up, but they keep pretending it's like, hey, as long as you're not, just keep voting for us. They keep giving all these promises and nothing happens. And it doesn't surprise me when it comes to Gavin Newsom, the snake in the grass that he is.
No, it's not their money, Vinny. It's our money. It's the people of the United States and the future debt of the United States, because California received federal money on top of that for the homeless problem, because on one hand, they opened the door, they talk sanctuary city, sanctuary state, but then they asked the federal government to help pay for it. It's the same thing that was happening in New York. And Eric Adams finally called it out and said, look, I don't want any more. We have to put it to a stop. That was after he was giving out ATM cards paid for by the American people, not the New York people.
While you're talking, Vinny, I went on, Rob, I'm going to send this to you if you can pull this up. I went on California Homeless auditor. It's auditor.california.gov. If you can pull up that link, Bob, that link, and go to, because what I want to know is this money that you asked from us that we paid for, have you been able to slow down homelessness in the state of California? Because you were able to do it for Xi when he came to San Francisco and cleared up the streets. So if you could do that, could you have cleaned it up? Rob, if you can just pull up this chart while I'm speaking to show it to the audience. And if you go to that page and go to the middle of it, you'll see figure 1 that says California's population of people experiencing homelessness has increased since 2013. Now, when did Newsom become the governor of the state of California? What year? So Governor Newsom, when did you become? Oh, keep going lower, keep going lower, keep going lower. Where it says figure 1, keep going lower. You'll see it right now. It's coming up. Keep going, keep going, keep right there. Boom in a little bit. It's good. Look at that. California's population of homelessness from 2013 to 2015, it went down. So he's been a governor since when? I don't even know. 18, okay, so check this out. 18. So 18, right? So prior to that, it went down from 2013 to 2015. So whoever was the governor was able to decrease it 3,000 people during that 2-year period. Then it goes up in 17, and in 18 he comes in, and it goes up from 131,000 to 181,000, even after getting the money. By the way, when did they get that money for? When did they get the money from California homelessness? 24 billion. When was it given? When did they get that money, Tom? Do you remember what year it was? Okay. California has spent about $24 billion on homelessness since 2019. Audit finds California spent $24 billion on homelessness in 5 years and didn't consistently track outcomes. This is a CBS story that I pulled up from April 9th, Rob, if you can pull this up. So they got the money from taxpayers. So imagine, like, it's kind of like this. You're starting a business. We raise money. You give us $24 billion. And every month, if you, the taxpayers, gave us $24 billion, what report do you want from us on a monthly basis? If you gave the $24 billion for homelessness, what question will you, the investors, and us say, what report do you want on a monthly basis? What's the most basic number you want to hear from us?
Homelessness going up or homelessness going down?
All you care about. And you mean to tell me in this article, CBS says at the top that the article says what? It says, even though they got the money, nobody was tracking the outcome, $24 billion. And then what does it say? California spent $24 billion, but didn't consistently track whether the huge outlay of public money actually improved the situation, according to the state audit released Thursday, with law making shift tens on the streets down the throat. California homeless has become one of the most frustrating, intraceable issues in the country's most populous state. An estimated 171,000 people are homeless in California, which amounts to roughly 30% of all homeless people in the U.S. 30% of all homeless people in the U.S. are in the state of California. Under his watch, despite us roughly billions of dollars spent on more than 30 homeless and housing programs during his tenure, 2018, which he came into 2023, California doesn't have reliable data needed to fully understand why the problem didn't improve in many cities. According to the state auditor's report, this report concludes that the state must do more to assess the cost effectiveness of its homelessness problem. The audit analyzed 5 programs that received a combined $13.7 billion in funding. It determined that only 2 of them are likely cost effective, including one that converts hotels and motel rooms into housing and another that provides. This is ridiculous. By the way, 30% of all homeless in the state of California. California population is what? 30 what million? What's California's?
PBD, I just actually went right there with this. California population is about 39 million.
39 million. 140 million is 11%, yet 30%.
Exactly, almost 10%. So 3x.
Yeah, that's an F. What you give Newsom is a big F. By the way, the reason why this matters is because 2028, 2027, he is running for president.
100%.
And he has 2 years to clean up this resume before that happens. For those of you that bought our gear, yesterday we wore the Future Looks Bright, what do you call it?
Christmas gear.
for everybody. It was sick. Rob, if you can go to vtmerch.com and go to the Future Looks Bright pajamas that we had on, it was absolutely awesome. We took a family picture together. And then these sweaters that say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. Our entire family was wearing this while we went to Disney World, while we went to, Universal. And we'll give you a little bit of insight in those two as well. But the pajamas, the Christmas gear, a ton of things that are going on right now is the end of year sale that happens right now, okay? That happens right now, 50% off select items for you to go take advantage of. Some of the items are going to be like, wait a minute, that's 50% off, it's 50% off, but it's only going to last 4 minutes, not going to last a long time. First come, first serve. So for some of you that are wanting to buy gifts, and some of you guys that are the type that are very, very overly prepared, like my wife, go buy this stuff for next year so you're ahead of the game. You'll save yourself 50%. Today is when the wise people spend money. Today is when the wise people go invest and save that 50% for next year. And anybody who places a purchase over $200 gets a $50 gift card. The first 50 that place the order over $200 get a $50 gift card today. So go to vtmerch.com and place your order. I love seeing people around the world sport the gear Future Looks Bright, and everybody is starting to say Future Looks Bright. It's becoming a thing. We want 1 million people around the world to wear that. If you're somebody that's a fan of us and what we do and what we stand for, go out there and sport some of that Future Looks Bright gear, hat, shirt, whatever it may be for yourself.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.